All right, great day, everyone. All right, oh, it's opening. Perfectamundo. All right, all right. Let me get this set up over here. And, all right, beautiful. Everything is rocking. Let's get some tunes going for the day. How about Island Paradise today? It is hot, hot, hot here. It's not hot right now. Ooh, so loud. Sorry. Maybe not that loud. That might blast your eardrums. All right. Very weird. Okay. All good. Let's get started. Here we go. Let's pull this down just a hair so you guys can see better. All right. So today is the 12th. Yes, 3 days away from my birthday. So excited, so excited. All right, we're gonna have BMNR again. Let's check this stuff out. MSTR, but that's to the downside today. Check out Nvda. All that good stuff. You know what I realized? I forgot to put the bolds on the ones that were earnings yesterday. Hope you are having a great day so far. All right, let's do our limits for today. 635, 92, 572, 85, 220, 27, 440, 01. All right, these are the limits for the day. I'll take a screenshot. Here we go. Alrighty, alrighty. And there we go. Those are the limits for today. Let me head on over to Twitter. Grab the post. Oh, you know what? I need to edit this. Alrighty, alrighty. Got it. We need a little space right there. Boom, update. Alright, and let's pin that. Just checking to see what the massive losers are today. B-Bay, CE, CAH, but those are not big volume. All right, big volume, SOUN, Joby Aviation, HIMS going down, CRWV. All right, let's post out today's stock market. Indexes, trading halt levels for SPY, QQQ, IWM, and DIA if we need them. Help some people out. There we go. Done on that. All right, let's go to our fear and greed today as well. 58 over here. And crypto fear and greed, 60. All right, our announcements for today. Let's go back here. Let's go none. USD, beautiful, thank you. All right, we have CPI today in 50 minutes. So when we look at the SPY for today, have they really bulked up and moved their point of control? No. We do have a bit of a double top. We somewhat have a bit of a megaphone kind of, right there, right? And if we wanted to do it like, if we wanted to go like this, we could see, all right, maybe we're gonna go to 646 zone before we pull back. If we pull back, if they move these areas, but for now, it's looking pretty great. Yes, Julie, it's gonna be a spa day. So I'm not gonna be live on Friday. I have spa day. I was actually just looking at my wish list, putting things on there. I feel like my head's getting chopped off. There we go. So yeah, I'm getting excited. All right. So we've got BMNR still active today, right? Still advancing big move to the upside. We are testing. Let's make this bigger over here. Oops, wrong one to make bigger. There we go. All right, so right over here, we can see this big money level, 62 zone. It's hanging around there, but we are still above it. This white line is above that big money point of control. So as long as we can stay up above here, then there's a good chance we do have bigger volume. So let's for fun throw on the little anchored volume profile from where, nope, you see, it's really gonna, okay. So if we go back from this breakout zone, more people bought than have sold up here. But we really want to watch that 62.94 level for today. Other than that, it's still at 40.33. You must have felt me thinking about my birthday, Julie. I was literally just checking it out. I'm debating whether or not to make my wish list public. It's mostly coffee and pampering stuff. The good stuff to get the day going, right? All right, so BMNR Circle is rocking it today. Earnings. Let's put this on here. All right, 172.60. What do you think? Should I make that? Should I make my birthday list public? You guys tell me. Would anyone like to buy me a birthday gift? I'd love it. Who doesn't love gifts? All right, Intel is up as well. Wowie wow. Pony, riding pony. Onan, it looks like onion to me. Look at that. My brain wants to put an I in here. And this is moving up on earnings. Nice volume. I'm going to put it on the list. Onan, I'm going to call it onion. Onion. People are going to be like, what? It's like onion, the, oopsies. 220 million, and that point of control is at 51.02. My phone. I gotta see what's going on with my phone. After the July that I've had, I need a full-on pampering day. So that's what I'm doing. All right, 117 million there. All right, let's look at Nvda, our classic. I'm going to adjust this. It has broken out, set a new top, so we can see that new level that we're looking at. 15 EMA over here, testing that upper level. All right, it's pulling back a bit today. Past 2 days, we've had a little bit of a slowdown. Maybe they want to bring it down to 180.25. Let's see what CPI has to say. I'm thinking that because of the drop in oil, that we might expect it to be lower. But that does not mean anything. Because when you look at what Trump did to the person that had the job numbers, she got fired for not reporting the numbers that he wanted, right? So in him saying, you didn't report the numbers that I wanted, being stronger and moving the market up higher, I'm firing you. That's what I get from that. What I get from his move. So to me, that's saying, hey, we're going to move the market higher. That's where he's going with that, in my opinion. Just my opinion. All right. So we did Monster. No, we haven't done Monster yet. Monster, just kidding. MicroStrategy, pulling back. What's interesting is when I was looking at Coinbase, Coin is advancing while MicroStrategy is declining. So we're going to look at both. All right, our point of control, 402.44. All right, see, coin is advancing $1. We've hit the 8 EMA and we're above that point of control. So it's a little bit of a divergence on the two, which is interesting to me. We're going to the islands in my brain today. It feels like the islands with the heat. Even though we're just in Canada, feels like the islands. All right, so we also have, let's check out Intel. Intel is advancing 54 cents. Starbucks is advancing $1.26. Let's go Starbucks. It's a bigger gap to potentially trade there. 1.13 billion. Looks a little bit nicer to me. Earnings, they were down here, 89.72. All right, let's check out the droppers. Drop it like it hot. Drop it like it's Rigetti. All right, ACHR. I feel like that's Archer. Archer Aviation. Qu'est-ce que Pacific Archer earnings. It's pretty tight up there. I'm not going to put that one on. SOUN. Where's the shovel? Again, this one skyrocketed. Shovel was correct. He put it out there for everyone. It is retracing now. We will actually check out the short float as well to see what's going on. But we see from earnings, big money's at 1360. Just for fun, let's see what our short volume is. You might go, Jane, what on earth is the short volume? So the short volume is how many people shorted it versus going long yesterday. So more people went long. We have 67% that went long. No, sorry, 77% that went long versus short. So more people are buying this long than shorting it. And it looks like a beautiful chart when you look at it like that. Let's see, what's the 33 look like on here? Oh, they brought it back to the 15 and then they advanced it. So if we were to look at this and we go, hey, let's go from the low here all the way up here. Ooh, they brought it back to 78. Target $30 long term. Roughly 100%. Now, this is also long term, so you might feel the pain of pulling it back $1 to make 15. Hymns as well, pulling back today. Going below the big money point of control. This might be a little nasty for Hymns. 5106. Joby Aviation. As much as I love the run on Joby Aviation, it's coming back to a support zone. Earnings back here. Let's see what happened on earnings. 1724. And there we go. All right. Great day, Jaspreet. All right, let me tweet out what we are covering today. Thank you for letting me know that it's working. I forgot to have that reminder. So if you guys like the live stream, you like what you've stumbled upon, please like, share, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Also, you might be wondering, if you found me, Jane, why on earth should I follow you? I've been in the stock market world for 25 years, still here, and I have learned about the big money, which is why I'm here to teach you guys about it. Big money, yeah, pretty much runs the world, runs the stock market. So it's really good to know where it is, right? You want to know where the big money is hiding in the stock itself. So where they've positioned, like Bitcoin right here. What does that mean? That means that it is where the big money has traded. Whether they bought or they sold, that's where their position lies. If the price action goes above, one might conclude that they're buying. If the price action drops, one might conclude they're selling, right? So yesterday we can see it came up to this trend line test, pulled back. If we head back below, we might see Bitcoin head on down to 109, right? So So that's what I like to educate you guys on. If you want to check it out and see, I do have a really simple ebook, Trade Like a Billionaire. Sometimes the email goes into your junk mail, so check it out. It's $11, and it's going to basically handhold you through how to set all this stuff up for yourself, if you don't already catch it from how I'm doing it every morning. All right, all that said, let me tweet out what we are talking about. BMNR today, circle, I call it onion, O-N-I-N, Stephanie, okay, coin, it might be in my junk, so I'll have to check it out, Stephanie. Nvda, MSTR, thank you for reaching out so I can help you with that. Hims and Joby. All right, I see that Julie also wants to check out Tesla, so I'm going to put Tesla on the list. All right, and we're going to also add on our crypto segment that we do. All right, so let me just back this up here. I think I need to put that there, and we'll grab these over here. I typically do the 5, Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, Doge, and Solana. You know what, I might add on a 6th. Oh, I kind of like 5. I might add on XLM. I don't know how many people trade that. Let me just check quick here and see if I got that message. Emily. I will check it out. The most recent one I see is July 15th. Would you like? All right. So I don't see it right off the bat. Hold on. Let me give you this. I'm going to actually go right to my profile. Here we go. Profile. Just to make sure that you are messaging the right person, Stephanie. So that's my, hey, great day, Salt Life of John. So that is my Twitter handle. Unfortunately, there's a lot of scammers out there. So make sure that you are on the right one. If you are not on that one, that might be the reason why I didn't respond, because there's unfortunately scammers there. Just start streaming on Twitch. Oh yeah, I've been streaming here for months now. Salt Life of John. So yeah. All right. So let's get into it. I mentioned, sorry, I was just doing the customer service feedback stuff. Bitcoin, big money level, big money right now on Bitcoin has changed. They moved it up just a little bit to 118,054 and 56 cents. So what does that mean? That they had positioned since July 1st, roughly 117 and 863. They just moved it up a little bit right here. So that is the big money point of control to watch on the daily. Now, for intraday day trading, I do look as well as what's happening today. For crypto, Forex, commodities, and futures, I look at the start of the trading day, which is last night. And I look at that and I say, okay, so today's important point of control to watch is 119.01114. Yeah, we'll check it out. And Stephanie, I will definitely check it out too. I'm going to write down, you just put in okay. I'm going to get to my notes here. Britsa1. All right, everybody give Britsa1 a follow. I'm just kidding, Stephanie. You might not want that, but there you go. Put it out there for you. Okay, so here we go. We have our big money levels. We will get into the trades after I do the levels for all of them. All right, so Ethereum, they popped it up and they brought it back down. 3639 and 19 cents. 36.39 and 19 cents. All right, intraday for today for Ethereum, looks like it's pretty close to yesterday. So yesterday it was $42.99 and 17 cents. Today it is $42.99 and 77 cents. So up just 60 cents. XRP, big money point of control, 314. They have moved it yesterday. 314, excuse me, 60. I just told my friend to sell hers because I thought they're probably going to move it down. So we'll see. Intraday, 315. 51 right there. Doge big money levels 0.19913 and intraday 0.22503 0.22503. All right, Solana right here. Solana, we see that they moved it up to 177.27. That has stayed the same for today's intraday. You can see that price up there, 174.94. All right, let's go and create potential trade setups. All right, you can see these horizontal lines right here. These are Camarillas and pivots. So we want to go above 70% of the volume. 70% for me is here at 118.522 and 119.035. So let's go 119.100 here because we have that. All right, 119.100. All right, or below, we can see it hit the 425 over here. That's been acting as support. So 119.250, 118.250, and 119.100. Yeah, let me add those on over here for what we're gonna check. So Tesla and Micron. Tesla, Micron. Okay. Let's go to Ethereum, create those trade setups. If you have anything that you'd like me to check out, look at this. This is looking bullish to me if it can break out above there. Do you see it? So it's advancing move, retracement, potential, if it can break out of that resistance zone. Yes, let's see it. Let's see it move to the upside. All right, so let's do 43.40. It was almost right there. 43.40. All right, and big money support level is 27. I do not Salt Life of John. I have 2 kiddos, and so I do the prep work with people live every morning. But as a mom, day trader, sometimes, especially in the summer, I'm busy with the little ones. All right, let's put it here. I would love it to be 80, but it's not going to work because that's above that Camarilla, that pivot. It brought it down to 161. 50 is only going to give us $9. Let's do 42.40 here. It's going to give us, hey, Lorenzo, great day. How are you doing? All right, 42.40 and 43.40. And Salt Life of John, I'm also, you can see it here, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch. I got to get the Kick and TikTok linked up again. It's just so many hours in a day, all right? I have also an elderly mother that sometimes she thinks she can do everything herself, and then she gets into panic mode, and then, hey, help me. A bit of a drain, which is why I need the pampering day for my birthday. All right, so let's put it right here, 313. Big money's at 315.51. So you can see you were checking out XRP. Right now we're hanging around the big money level. It was up here. They bought down here roughly on that 33 exponential. They might have sold. If it goes below 298, good chance it's going to head down here to this trend line 281. Right now they are in positioning mode. So I would kind of wait on XRP until I personally would see it move to the upside or downside. We're in positioning mode right now. Doge. Lorenzo, you have anything in particular you want me to check out that's not already on the list? Doge, you can see we came up, we tested a former resistance zone over here, pulled back, their support is down here. All right, for today, big money is at 0.22503. So let's go below. Let's put it 0.22, 0.22. or above over here, 0.226. All right. 0.22, 0.226. Yes, Lorenzo, when's your birthday? I forget. Mine is Friday. Every day is a celebration, not just one, right? I like to celebrate life, not necessarily years or numbers. Well, I love numbers, but you guys probably understand what I mean. All right, let's see, 176.22 there. How did that just pop? Because I went back in time. Back in time. All right, or below over here, 174.40. Oh, Jasper, look at the Leos hanging together. We are loyal to a core, right? But don't piss us off. Don't do that. What day, Lorenzo? All right, let's share this out. This is the Leo station. If you love Leos, you're gonna love us. We're loyal to a core. So the whole point of me doing this every day is, you know, I wanted someone to help me in the beginning, and so that's why I do it for everybody else, because I try to give out what I wanted when I was starting out. Second Thursday from now, 28th or the 21st, Lorenzo? And I'm going to put this one here. Last week. Very nice. Very nice. So also another book that I wrote in the beginning when I was starting out that I really wanted to, share with people is Trust, Transition, and Trade. So you could check it out. It's on ebook, all that good stuff. If you want a hard copy, available too. So I'm going to put that in the chat if you guys like it, you want to check it out. That was issued in 2017. I don't know why it went there, but there you go. All right, so BMNR. We got everything set up over here. We'll put this back to a 5-minute chart, and we can see what's going on for today right here. All right, so they pulled it down to 58. That was a level that I'd had as the breakout zone yesterday, but you can see that held as support, which is beautiful to have the resistance flip to become support. Perfect example right there. Big money had sold all the way up here at 88, but I feel like with BMNR, we could go a little bit more aggressive. If it breaks above 63, good chance that it will come on up and test that 65 zone. And we'll put this down here. 58's not going to give us, that's just 26 cents. So let's put down at 57.60, 57.50, 57.50, and 63. All right. And BMNR has 91 million. So a little caution on that. Let's check out the short float for potential short squeeze to see what's going on. So 91.7 million there. And let's go to our daily short volumes, BMNR. So we have 56% that was long yesterday. Oh, 56% short on Circle yesterday. I like calling it onion, even though that's not it. 58%, because my brain wants to read it that way. It's just missing an I. Coinbase, 48%, so 52% long. And Starbucks. I'm guessing there's a short squeeze. Yep. All right. So the green ones are potential short squeeze at open. Why? Because more people shorted than went long from the day before. All right. Awesome, Lorenzo. Okay, let's get into Circle. Circle is having earnings today. The big money point of control from earnings. We can get rid of this. Bye-bye. That's old. We don't need to watch that. Let's put this here and let's put it there for now. Okay, let's bring it on over here. So okay, big money volume, oopsies, is 173.82. Let's put it up above 173.80. 173.80 right there. Or if we do 170, that's going to give us $1. So 170 and 173.80. For circle potential short squeeze here. Maybe it's going to head on up to this support resistance zone of the 179.56. It'll blow right through that 33 and continue on up, and we have this downward trend line that was set up from the IPO. We have earnings, tricky little guys, how they throw earnings in right after an IPO. Sneaky, sneaky little monkeys. All right, horizontal lines. Let's make this one, we'll make this one 48. Beautiful. And let's make this one, not that I'm leaving it there. There we go. Okay, let's bring this on over. So on holding, we have big money up above 52 would be a potential trade, or below over here 50. Yeah, nice round number there. Easy, easy. Right, so 50 and 52, are they going to drop it down back over here? Could go back down to the 48 zone. Maybe that would be a bounce spot for today if they take it lower. They've already tested it once over here at the 50 mark, so watch 50 and 52. All right, let's go to Coinbase, Coiny Coin. It's funny, I totally misspelled Tesla. I spelled it Tulsa, basically. All right. So let's bring this down. Coinbase over here. So Coin is advancing and MicroStrategy is declining. We'll do the two side by side so we can look at them. So 320.50, and if we did 322, it only gives us 34 cents. Let's do 322.50 there. So 321 and 322.50. All right, let's go to MicroStrategy at the same time since it's fairly similar stock, and it's mind-boggling to me to see that this one has retraced so much. They are so heavily coordinated with Bitcoin that it's a bit of a shocker for me to see that Coin is diverging from the path of Bitcoin. Okay, so 397.40 for MicroStrategy and 399.50. You could be more conservative and go to 400 here, or a bit more aggressive at 399.50. So 397.40 and 399.50. All right, let's bring it back to Starbucks. If you have any stock crypto you'd like me to check out, just put it in the chat. We will check it out. We have Starbucks testing a point of control from earnings. So this could be huge. We could see that this retraces, they bought in back down here. If it's able to break above that 93 mark, I'm guessing we're going to be heading towards 100 fairly quickly. All right, so let's see, big money's right there. 92.50 and 93 for Starbucks. And we also have a short squeeze potential. So we can see on the two that had earnings today, positioning, everything else, big money is below. Short squeeze potential on CRCL, ONON, and Starbucks. So let's check out Tesla and Micron, since you guys, Julie shouted those out earlier. So Tesla is continuing to advance. Risk would be back down to the pink. Let's make this, zoom this in a bit over here. All right. I would look at, if we go 40, that's going to give you 23 cents, not that big of a trade. If we, 50 cents is going to be easier mental run above that. People want to get in or out at 50 cents. And I'm going to put it down here, 339.94. I'd like the 40, but because we have pivot right there, and that is a point at which people might move up or down on the day, the bigger traders. All right, let's go to Micron, Zep, and Hood. Okay, I'll check it out, Lorenzo. I'm gonna do the shorts after this, and then I will check it out. Where is Where's my green line? There we go. All right, so Micron big money is above us right now. So let's look here, 123.50. We're below 122.50 right there for Micron. All right, we are below big money zone. Could pull back to 120 right there. All right, let's get into some shorts in Nvda. And I will put Zep and Hood over here. Oops, I put Who instead of Hood. All right, Nvda, it looks like we're topping out. We're slowing a little bit of steam. You always want to keep in consideration what is going on with the volume, right? We see the volume is descending. Overall, the volume on average is dropping, right? As we see the price go up, less and less people are interested. We had this big spike, short squeeze. Are we going to have the second test breakout? I think we could be seeing this move up to 220, 230 zone. But you always want to pay attention as to what is going on to the volume. We have divergence, difference of direction for advancing of the stock and the price action in the volume. So we can see it sold 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times on this trend line. So we really need it to break above this trend line. So I'm going to put it all the way up to 183.05. I want to have confidence that we are going to see this advance, personally. So that's why I say that. Big money is right here at 182. I'd like to put it below 181. No, 181. We're going to be more conservative on that today. 181 and 183.05. All right, let's go to MicroStrategy. Oh, we already did that. SOUN. Where's the shovel? Shovel, where are you? You talked about this and it's rocking. Way to go. Good call. Thanks for shouting it out to everybody. All right. If we put it here, 60, we get 8 cents. Let's see. If we put it up to 80, we get 32 cents. So let's do 1580 and 1540. It's only 16 cents, but we'll do it anyways. It's lower price. 1540 and 1580. Big money is below, even though it's retracing a bit today. And it looks like they might want to take that up. Kim's looking like the opposite. Looks like they might want to bring this down further. We are below all the big money volumes, below big money from earnings. So this might be a good short. 49. It's very tight, that big money volume's up here, but I think we'll do 49. Looks like it wants to go lower in my opinion. They could totally surprise us though. 48.58 and 49. This has the H. Hello, it's about to drop. Okay, Joby. All right, I'm gonna do a really quick intermission. I'll be right back. All right, I'm right back here with you guys. Sorry about that delay. Let's go to Joby. All right, so Joby, let's make sure we're right at 4 a.m. All right, 1690. No, let's do 1703 here. Pivot, like I'd mentioned before, you're going to get 13 cents. So the areas for potential trade are a bit smaller because it's lower priced, right? So you're going to have that. And if we go 1680 would be amazing, but we got it there at 78. You can see we have a bit of this sort of upward price action going, right? So I would anticipate roughly 1670. It's going to give you 15 cents. 50 is going to be stronger, so let's go to 50. If it can go below 1650, you're going to have a bigger move to the downside. 1650 and 1703. Pivot. All right, let's look at ZEP and Hood for Lorenzo for day trading. All right, Lorenzo, here we go. Let's look at the day trade. So this is advancing. You can see every time it advances, boom, it pulls back. So 2852 would be my target. So above 3240 or below 3120 there. And let's check out the Hood. All right, Hood, we can see it topped out a bit. We don't have earnings. Let's put this on here. 105.96 there. So day trade for Hood, pretty narrow at the moment. So smaller range means consolidation for bigger volatility. Oh, I'd put it up above 313.50. Or you could go below 113.50 or below 113.20 right there. All right, let's look at the Dow. All right, so we got a couple people on here. What do you guys think? Should I share my birthday list? Would anybody care to see my birthday list on Elfster? To be so kind as to buy me a beautiful birthday gift. All right, the Dow. All it takes is one yes, and I will share it. Dow, big money, point of control is at 43.92. Sorry, 439.92. The bulk of the volume is up here, 440.60, 440.70, 440.80. All right, we're going to do 440.80 and 439.60. 439.60 and 440.80. Oopsies. 440.80. Price levels 443.52, 442, and 444.10. So we are below. Great day, Roger. How are you? Are you busy with work? Look at all the buying wicks over here. You see a lot of buying wicks. I like it. Not that many selling. 1, 2, 3, but you have, look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 buying wicks on the Russell. To me, they're, the smaller businesses have to deal with import costs more, all that sort of stuff. So the more that the trade wars dissipate, it's better for the smaller businesses. So we're going to say below 220.40 and 221, above 221. So we have it over here. They've dropped it to 220.37. So we are green. 223.52. That is still there. So that is still one above us. Let's go to the Qs. Qs, they are still there. 561. What did I put over here? I put 324. What was I thinking? Seriously? I don't know. 561.87. It moved anyways. Okay, off for now. And we have 519.48. Okay, beautiful. So for the Qs, lower interest rates. CPI is coming out in 10 minutes with the drop of oil. I'm imagining that would be lower, but you never know because they like to manipulate it. And as Trump said, I don't like the way that she reported the numbers. So to me, for that jobs number, it's a bigger influence of them saying, hey, you didn't report it the way that I wanted, to influence the market, to influence money making. So I'm going to fire you. Thank you. Bye-bye. That's what I hear. All right. and I'm seeing this. I don't know if you guys see this, but I see this right there. So above this, next potential, boom. So for now, let's advance this a little bit. Ah, schools are done for the summer. Gotcha. Gotcha, Roger. Oh yeah, and the Dow. The Dow is very much so too. 30 stocks, very easy. So let's go below 635.50 here. Or above, look at all this. It's like you go here, 04, you got 16 cents. Then you got 11 cents. Then we've got 51, gives you 20. 80 is going to give you the 30 cents. So let's go all the way to 636.80. And you can see that we're going to have, this is the former close from 2 days ago. That resistance zone, if we can close above 638.50, I'm anticipating a very fast move up to the 646 zone. In my opinion, 635.50 and 636.80. I hope you guys have enjoyed the live stream. Have an amazing trading day. Friday is my birthday. You know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to share my list. If you guys wanted to have fun, we will share the list right here. Right? If anybody feels so inclined to spoil me with a birthday present, I would much greatly appreciate it. And there you go. And there it is. I'm also going to put it out on Twitter. If you never ask, you'll never receive. So have an amazing day. Carpe profits, seize those profits one trade at a time. I will not be live on Friday because it is my birthday. I am doing a spa day. So have a great one for now.